More than 60 congressional members, including our next guest, getting a firsthand look at the crisis in a visit to the Eagle Pass crossing over in Texas. That happened yesterday. Congresswoman Erin Houchin joins us live from Texas with what she saw. There's so much to talk about. But first, your observations of what you took in yesterday that you couldn't get from a piece of paper or from a personal description.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, we had the opportunity to visit with the local community in Eagle Pass, and from ranchers to law enforcement, they're asking us to shut down the government until the border is addressed by the Biden administration. This administration has let in 8 million people. That's 1 million people more than the entire state of Indiana that I represent. It's catastrophic, unsustainable. One of the things we saw is 60 members of Congress sitting, standing on Eagle Pass, and we saw 20-something males, single adult males, military-aged males, cross the river, go through the barbed wire, and show up for processing. Those young men will be processed. They will be sent into the interior of the United States, and some of them just give a name. They don't have any ID. They give them a name. They get an alien ID card, and they get released.
Yet this administration is suing to get rid of the barbed wire and is suing the governor to stop enforcing the border because they do that, but they're choosing not to. So the White House came out with a statement yesterday. This guy, Andrew Bates, he says House Republicans have obstructed reform proposal and consistently voted against his unprecedented border security funding year after year, hamstringing our border security in the name of extreme partisan demands. Do you know what he's talking about? And do you agree?
That's just more gaslighting from the administration. It's the only thing they can do. They've failed so miserably on the border that the only thing they can do is gaslight the American people. But the American people know the border is not secure.
Right.
I visited the border last March. It wasn't secure then. It's not secure now. The problem is much, much worse, not better. They have a solution in H.R. 2 that's sitting in the Senate waiting on passage that would solve this problem, yet they're asking for more money to do more of the same, and Republicans won't do that.
Do you think looks like you're going after Mayorkas to impeach him? What does that do, knowing that the Senate's not going to follow through with it, and it's going to be tough just lassoing all the Republicans to agree?
Well, look, Mayorkas has clearly failed in his responsibilities as head of DHS. Their sole mission is to protect the United States from our greatest threats. Yet they're letting in the millions of people into the United States without any vetting, just giving them a court date to maybe return, being OR'd. Some of them are on the terror watch list. People on the terror watch list are showing up to the processing centers and going through the process. Those people are detained, but we believe that they're reporting back, what that process is like, to gain intelligence. It's really right. A catastrophic emergency that we need to address immediately, and we've been calling on the administration to do this for 7 months now.
Senator Langford told me that they've been negotiating all except Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after, throughout the break. My hope is they come up with some type of deal. You guys have the leverage to get something done because they want the war funding. I hope you use it, and I hope you get it for the good of the country. You would actually help Joe Biden's reelection if you, in fact, did that. I wonder if he even realizes that, but it doesn't matter. Congressman Houchin, thanks so much for doing that.
Thank you.
All right. Meanwhile,